Okay, I'm gonna give you a hot take. I think that the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is the perfect phone. The best phone you can buy in 2022, and also one that I think will keep its crown even in 2023. Most of you know that I am primarily an iPhone user. In fact, for the past 14 years, I've been using an iPhone every single day. But I've always been curious to see what the other side had to offer. So the very first Android phone that I bought was the Galaxy S4 from back in 2013, and I loved it. It had a stunning display, an amazing camera, and it was packed with features that I had never seen before. But it did have one issue. It was slow. So I didn't get another Samsung phone until the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge in 2016, which was even more stunning. The only issue was that it too was slow. And then I got the S8, only to notice the exact same issue. Then the S9, same issue. However, when I got my Galaxy S10 Plus in 2019, the lag was actually gone. And I'm not even kidding when I'm saying that since the S10, I haven't had any issues at all. Thanks to this, I ended up carrying my iPhone in my left pocket and my Samsung in my right. And the one that I absolutely fell in love with was the Note 20 Ultra. I remember going on this trip to Lake Windermere. Samsung had just sent me the Note 20 Ultra review unit a few days prior, so that was my first time properly testing it, and it was just perfect. It had my favorite design with that rectangular shape, a gigantic display that was the best I've seen on any other smartphone thanks to its ridiculous brightness and 120Hz refresh rates. But more importantly, it had the best camera I've used on a phone. Not just because of that 108 megapixel main sensor, but also because of that incredible 5x optical zoom. The photos from that trip are still some of my favorite ever. I also love the Spen, although I did find myself using it less and less after the first 2 weeks or so. But I did enjoy having it, as it did help me a lot when I was editing my photos in Lightroom. Honestly, my only complaints with the Note 20 Ultra were the overheating, which was quite common on that Exynos 990 processor, and the gold color that my review unit came in. Other than that, it was perfect for me. The S21 Ultra was great, the camera was even better with 10x optical zoom this time. Like, I was able to take some incredible moonshots with this. And I was also a massive fan of their phantom black color. My only problem was the lack of that rectangular design alongside the S Pen, which was nice to have every now and then. So we now get to the S22 Ultra, which basically merges my favorite non-folding phones of all time. And it merges them in such a perfect way that it only keeps the strongest assets of both while adding on top of those with even more improvements. I'll give you an example. The colors. The Note 20 Ultra had a great design and a great shape, but in my opinion, it lacked some great colors. The gold was the only one that had that frosted glass back. The S21 Ultra fixed that and introduced the phantom black, which was my favorite color on any phone, but it lacked that rectangular shape. The S22 Ultra has the shape of the Note with the S21 Ultra's frosted glass back colors, and it even adds some extra ones that look stunning. The Graphite, an online exclusive, is probably the best looking one. Phantom Black is my personal choice though, as I just don't want to wait another month to get a Graphite. I also love how Samsung got rid of the camera module array and added the lenses on top with very little protrusion, which not only helps reduce the table wobble, but also makes it look far sleeker. I wasn't really a fan of the back when I first saw the leaked images, but now I do really like it. Honestly, I don't think there's a better looking phone than the S22 Ultra right now. And I also think that this phone has the perfect camera system on any phone. You see, if you're a professional photographer and you go and do wedding photography or wildlife photography, you probably carry a couple of lenses with you for any situation. Usually you would have 3 lenses: a wide, a regular, and a telephoto. But there is a saying that the best camera is always the one you have with you, which is of course your smartphone. In 2022, all flagship phones have all of these 3 lenses, but the S22 Ultra actually has one more: a secondary telephoto lens in addition to that 3x optical zoom module that gives you a ridiculous 10x optical zoom, perfect for wildlife and nature photography. And don't get me wrong, this is not unique to the S22 Ultra. The S21 Ultra had it as well, and other phones from Huawei have had it too. But what the S22 Ultra does so well is that it uses AI to further enhance the image quality, similar to the Google Pixel 6 Pro but with even more optical zoom. Not a single phone uses this 10x module this well. This is something that I just cannot get on my iPhone or any other phone for that matter. Honestly, I'm so excited to do a one-day trip with the S22 Ultra and put its camera to good use. Like, even when it comes to editing my photos, I have much more flexibility thanks to not just the increased dynamic range, but also thanks to the S Pen, which, just like on my Note 20 Ultra, can help me edit my photos with ease. Apple's not even close to offering an S Pen, and the rumored 10x optical zoom module is not set to arrive until at least 2023, as Samsung holds most of the patents here. Which means that until next year, your best option for such a complete camera system is the S22 Ultra. I also remember how when I went to IFA back in September 2019, I was giving the full schedule for the following days, and I had to put it all into my calendar. And I just could not do it on my iPhone, as I had to constantly go back and forward between apps and literally remember the details of every event before writing them in my calendar. It was awful. But luckily, I also had my Note 10 Plus with me, and I simply opened up my calendar and my email client side by side and easily added the events that way. And while you can do this on pretty much any other Android phone, I just found it way easier to do it on a Note device, as the S Pen does indeed make it way easier to highlight and paste text. And then there's the little things, like being able to simply take the S Pen out and immediately write something on the display. It's so great having this flexibility. Things like this are what made the Note perfect for me. And the S22 Ultra is technically a Note, just with Galaxy S branding. Now, you could argue that foldable phones are better than the Note. I've actually been using a Galaxy Fold myself since the original, however, even with the Galaxy Z Fold 3 supporting an S Pen, I never really found myself using it. Mostly because the Fold is already a gigantic device, so I never really wanted to buy one of those cases with an S Pen slot that would make it even more gigantic. And throwing the S Pen in my bag would simply defeat the purpose of it, so having it built into the device itself, like it is on the S22 Ultra, is really a game changer for me. Also, one issue that I've always had with foldables was that they were pretty thick and heavy. A lot of the times when I just went grocery shopping or on short trips, I would actually take my iPhone with me as it was smaller and lighter. The S22 Ultra basically solves this issue. It is large enough for media consumption and productivity, yet thin enough and light enough to comfortably fit in my pocket. So, productivity device, check. Perfect camera setup, check. The battery should be great too, as the S21 Ultra already was, and the S22 Ultra has the same specs with even faster charging. I guess my only slight concern here is in terms of the amount of RAM, as Samsung dropped the base model from 8GB to 12. And the last 8GB Samsung phone that I had used was the S10 Plus. All the Notes, the Ultras, and the Fold since have had 12. But 128GB of storage is a bit limiting for me anyways, so I would personally go with a 256 model, which does come with 12GB of RAM. So yeah, I generally do not see anyone releasing a phone that can truly compete with the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Apple won't be until at least 2023, and aside from Apple, OnePlus is basically off the radar. Google has been having some issues with their software, and their hardware is far behind Samsung's anyways. Sony is off the radar too, and there's no one else really. So yeah, I really don't think that Samsung is gonna have any competition until their own S23 comes out next year. And when that happens, the S22 Ultra will drop in price even more, making it an even better deal. And if you want to see the most up-to-date pricing, check out the Amazon links down below. They do have sales quite often. But let me know your thoughts on the S22 Ultra, and definitely subscribe if you want to see more content on it. I'm Daniel, this is Enough Tech, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Enough Tech, signing out. Cheers.